Nice Chucky laugh.
Wasn't intending on it, but okay.
Hey everyone, and welcome to what I could only call oh 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 mm, mm, a way short. Because well, like I told Brandon, hopefully there's no way we stretch this out past 15 minutes, because if we do, that's embarrassing, because it's just like a minute long teaser trailer that was released at Comic-Con 2022 for what they just called Chucky 2. I hope that's the working title because it sucks. But
I think that it's probably not. I think that it's like I said this during our previous Chucky video, which was, obviously a while ago. That's what Stranger Things does. They do Stranger Things and Stranger Things 2, Stranger Things 3,
okay.
Stranger Things 4. So
And then obviously, since the Stranger Things hype train is not dying down and the trope of the kid group is stronger than ever,
yeah,
Chucky 2.
yeah, that's exactly what they were ripping off for this show. So but yeah, it's a teaser trailer apparently. I did not know this. I had to see that when I wrote this on the board.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
And because I was like, what? Because it's a really long trailer. Teaser trailer I look at as like that first trailer that was released for the first season, where it was just Chucky. Like, if I remember correctly, it was like a CGI Chucky peering around a corner and going, like in a toy store.
Yeah.
And there was like, ding, ding, ding. It was like the Child's Play 2 music or whatever. Like, that's a teaser trailer, right? This is a full-fledged trailer. But I mean, I'm not a big Chucky fan, but you are.
Yes.
And still didn't know about this thing until it was out for 12 days.
Yeah, I didn't see anybody talking, and so
no,
it's funny. I didn't see anybody talking about this. I don't think I saw Cody Leach post about it. Maybe he did, and I just didn't see it. I don't know.
He must have.
But how I did see it was, I don't know how this fucker is still in my recommendations, but 3C, the Comic-Con Chucky 2 breakdown. I'm like, oh God, is this clickbait or is it real? So I forego clicking on his video because, like I tell you, I have YouTube Premium and I'm not giving him any more ad revenue. So I will just look it up myself.
For days.
Chucky 2. Yeah. So I'd rather hunt something down than give these slime balls money. So if you want to know our thoughts. So I go and
it only refers to 3C though.
Yeah. So
not Cody Leach, obviously.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I thought that went without saying. But anyway, so I go and check out Chucky 2 and I send it to Brandon. He didn't know about it either. So like nobody was really talking about it. And Brandon's he's more up to date with movie release stuff than I am generally. So it went under the radar. I watched the trailer, sent it to Brandon. I watched it again a couple days later, and then I watched it again today in preparation. So
I did as well.
And
okay. I watched it twice.
I mean, there's some things I'll point out, but as far as the general feel, it looks literally like more of the same.
Yeah.
Except they're at a boarding school this time. I saw all the
cheaper, baby. Cheaper to have in one location.
Yep. So I saw them all with their little suits on. Reminded me of the austere academy of Lemony Snicket, book 5. Just because I wanted to say that. Anyway, there's a couple appearances that we see in here that was hinted at in the last one. So we see Tiffany, and then when we see Tiffany again, what do we see? A pink car rolls up
that says they them.
They them pronouns.
Yeah.
And like,
Which is funny. I'll give that to them. That's funny.
But here's what I'm gonna say. I don't think that was meant to be a joke. I think that's meant to be a serious statement. Because it's Don Mancini. And you know how I feel about
Oh
Don Mancini
man.
directing
Yeah.
Chucky anything.
I just
So
watched our Chucky video actually the other day, and we insult him at least 30 times in it. So I think
well, I
it's
mean,
known.
and I hate to say it, it's a fact that any Chucky movie he touched turned out to be garbage. And that's the problem. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, touched in the way of directing, because
Okay,
he
yes.
touched them all. Except for one, which was the remake, which
There you go. The one
is
you
the
love.
best one. It's the best one. The one you love too. Don't give
Well,
me that.
it's not my all-time favorite, but I absolutely adore it.
Yeah, it's good. It's the only good one. Who what was that? Who said that?
Wait a minute, aren't you getting the 4K releases?
No.
Oh, okay. I'll let you know how they are.
Okay. You asked
Side
me that
note,
the other day, and I said no.
it was the statute of limitations. So if any if anybody's interested, they do come out August 16th on 4K, just 1, 2, and 3. So
Mm-hmm.
I will be getting them, of course, and maybe I'll do my own first Weish solo video of reviewing them.
Yes, do
Interesting.
that.
Interesting. Anyway,
Interest.
so I
Yeah, and
can't
then
really.
they'll Shout Factory will package in Seed and Cult in with Bride, so you
To force,
have to see it.
which
You
is what they're
have to
doing
buy
for
it.
Halloween. So that way you
Correct.
have to get Curse and Resurrection and forego. If you just wanted to forego those and get H2O, which is what I think a lot of people would do. But like you said, the diehard fans are going to get all of them, of course.
Mm-hmm. Correct. But yeah, so you sent me this trailer. I had heard a reference to it, but when people said a teaser trailer, I was like, that's not even something I'm interested in checking out, because I'm sure it is just another CGI trailer of Chucky running around a toy store or something, but this, like I said, it was a full-fledged trailer, and there's a lot shown in it. As I'm not a fan of Child's Play 3, but it definitely gave me Child's Play 3 vibes. It's a boarding school instead of a military school.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's all in just that one location. Yeah, obviously Glenn and Glenda, which ironically, I maybe I'm just stupid, but when you see the back of their heads, the one with the short hair is Glenda, and the one with the long hair is Glenn.
Yeah, either that or they're still young or they look young because they look kind of small.
The
Not that they
actress
look.
playing them, actress, she's trans. She. I'm so bad at this. I apologize, people. Is like 18 or 19, I think. So
I don't think it's she. I think it's they them.
correct. But how do you say actor, actress? Actor, I
They.
guess. Just you say actor for everything, I guess.
Yeah, who knows? Anyway, so I can't quite figure out what the plot of this is from the trailer because it was just snippets of action. Could you really figure out what's going on other than Chucky
Um,
is back to execute his plot of multiple Chuckies when they break out? I mean, that's all I could really gather.
the main plot seems to be that since everybody's parents died, there's no choice but them to go away to boarding school. I don't know who makes that decision, but they don't, none of these people
So
have parents anymore.
so this is Lemony Snicket with Chucky, orphans at the academy.
Right. Which you would
Very
think they would go to
interesting.
an orphanage, but I don't know. There will probably be some reason for that. But yeah, they're going to a boarding school, and somehow Chucky is let loose again. And I mean, he was never like he was never put away in the first
Yeah.
season. So I guess he's not let loose. He just follows
Yeah,
them.
it
And then
ended
you
on the
see,
cliffhanger.
right, with the truck. Yep. And you see a brief moment in the trailer with Andy driving the truck, and there's Chucky's all over the top of it. It's really quick, really quick. And it looks like that was all done practically, where they just like glued a bunch of real Chucky dolls to the outside of it. It's really
They didn't
funny.
even make their own. They just went to Spirit and bought the cheap ones.
Oh yeah, the Lindsay Lohan. Yeah. That would be really funny actually, because it is enough at a distance that you wouldn't know. But yeah, and Lexi's sister's briefly in it. I want Chucky. Remember that? And talk about Jesus. That makes Leia look like a great, wonderful character, from Obi-Wan. Like, you think that's bad, it gets worse. And it's like a good guy doll has arrived at her doorstep, but maybe it's not a good guy doll because she's seen laying in a bed later on in the trailer with a Tiffany doll. So it's like maybe it's a Tiffany doll that arrived for her. I don't know. She's laying in bed and she's holding a knife, staring at the Tiffany doll wearing a wedding dress, like just like from Bride. So I don't know what's going on there, but Lexi's doing drugs.
I know, I was going to mention that. It's very brief, but you can see the credit card by her hand, and then she snorts whatever and like snorts her heads up.
Yeah. But she got screwed the hardest, I think, out of everybody. So I guess that makes sense. I can't remember. Is there even any parents still alive? Like,
I don't know.
All?
I think they're all dead.
I think they're all dead. Yeah. Which is weird, but that doesn't stop Devon Sawa from getting in there. I tell you, that he's like the father, the priest of this boarding school. And I wonder, back in those interviews, back when the show was going on, those like after episode interviews, and how Devon Sawa was so excited about the fact that his character died. And I was like, dude, you haven't acted in anything in forever. Why are you excited that your character died? And obviously Don Mancini told him that he was going to be back for the second season regardless. So it made sense that he was playing twins in the first season, but now he's just a flat out different character. So that's interesting too. Yeah. What else did you notice in it?
It's time to pray.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna pray?
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned the priest. I just had to throw that in there. When he said that, I just said, "Oh my fucking god!" But I mean, I guess that's Chucky. Whatever.
I definitely rolled my eyes at it for sure. And yeah, there's that moment too where it's like you had a heart attack by just looking at me. Oh my god! Thank you. Whatever, that part as well.
Yeah, nice. Another nice reference to Child's Play 3.
Yep. So that's obviously what they're going for here. And Mika's in it briefly. I somehow is escaping, and Glenda is running after her down the street, possibly. It's really brief. You see her like just moving somehow. You don't see how she's moving because remember, her arms and legs were cut off. Did I say Mika? Nika with an N. So yeah, don't know how she's moving, but somehow she's moving. Maybe her torso is just floating down the street. And which, as if anybody watching this watched our other video, that was the biggest thing that I despised about the first season, was taking a good character like Nika and completely destroying her. Yep. Butchering her literally and figuratively, right? Which was just crap, such crap. I don't know how she even accepted that, unless they're like, hey, you can play your dad some more in this season and fake having sex with Jennifer Tilly. It's so
I
weird.
would love to see the behind the scenes of that. Just like fly on the wall style.
Yeah. And then, Brad, you're going to do the voice again. He's like, I love it.
Oh, poor tired Brad.
Yeah. Yeah. He
Who
sounds good in it, though.
It sounds the same as he did last season.
It still doesn't sound anything like the way it ends, though, which it's back, baby. You know, the subscribe, damn it.
Subscribe, damn it.
I'll be back.
I'll be back, and so
Always be
should
back,
you.
and so should you. Yeah, that.
Where it sounds like Chucky forgot to put his dentures in. You can hear all the whistling through his gums.
I was really hoping that was going to be gone, you know, and they would have a new one, but nope, it's there still. And yeah, so it's like but he doesn't sound like that in the show. He sounds fine.
But it's okay. So here's another thing. It doesn't seem like you would think they'd have more of a budget, and it seems like maybe they do a little bit more. But Chucky still looks like shit when he's a puppet. It still doesn't look any better to me. It's still, you know what it honestly looks like? It looks like someone shoved their hand up a Chucky puppet's ass and is using like their two fingers to move the eyes and then do this at the same time to cheap out. Like it doesn't look good. And the doll is always too shiny, because maybe it's CG all the time, but it's always too shiny. The hair is always too perfect. It just doesn't look weathered at any point ever. And I don't know, Chucky's looks horrible in it.
I assume it's just a new, different doll every single time. I mean, they kind of shot themselves in the foot with that in the first season, that he can sort of inhabit any Chucky doll or good guy doll, right? And it's just like, I don't know. I mean, what I'll say about the first season is, even though it wasn't great, it was still entertaining. And I for the most part, looked forward to it every Tuesday. So, you know.
And then for the first 4 weeks of the show, I always said, oh, I can't wait till Monday to see the new show. You said, Lucas, it's Tuesday. And I said that for the first 4 weeks.
Yeah, I remember that.
So for more than half of the episodes.
But now we don't get to make Lexi jokes, since
Yes.
Lexi doesn't work with us anymore. She jumped
We'll still
ship,
make Lexi jokes anyway.
True.
Nobody
will understand.
Whatever. No one understands half the shit we say anyway. But
that's true.
Did they give a release date for this at the end? I don't remember.
I think so. It's October something.
Okay.
October 14th or something like that. Like, show is like, 10 years too late. It's maybe even more than that. And it's like, a lot of time there. You could have been doing stuff.
They really, they dropped the ball the first time, because Curse of Chucky was not horrible. I mean,
no,
it's not the best, but it certainly isn't the worst by any stretch. Right. And that was that was like 10 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
They had a chance. They tried to reboot it, but Don Mancini, whenever he grubby little fingers directing something, he just drops the ball, because every time I see him in interviews talking about Chucky, he just seems like a high school fangirl talking about things. It's like I don't know, dude. I don't want this to turn into another Don Mancini shitfest, but that's what it naturally gravitates towards, I guess, for a reason.
True.
You know what they're going to say? Lucas, if you think you're so good, why don't you direct Chucky? You know what? I would love to. Give me the resources. I will. Hashtag make Chucky scary again.
Correct. It's been 9 years since Curse of Chucky. That is crazy. But make Chucky scary again. We got that. He was scary, massively scary in the remake, and
too bad the movie just made its budget back and they didn't do anything with it.
Correct.
I was right there on day one, baby.
Wasn't profitable, unfortunately.
Anyway, Brandon, is there anything else you want to say about Chucky before I ask you the last Chucky related question of the day?
I don't think so. I'm trying to think here if there's anything that I missed, and I don't. No, it's gonna be a disappointment as always.
I'm glad that we both are in agreement on that. Whatever happened to that Chucky doll that you spent $500 on that you never got?
I'm happy that you asked. So I recently got in touch with NECA, because I was telling them, I was like, hey, if this thing's not coming anytime soon, I just want to be refunded. And they're like, no, don't worry, it's coming out. It's coming out
This
within
is
the
like
next month
this
or
is an
two.
abusive relationship.
Yeah, truly. They're like, it's coming out within the next month or two. Don't worry. They're like, you can get your money back if you want, but and I was like, no, it's fine, I guess. So if I don't get it by like October of this year, then I'll get refunded for it. Because Trick or Treat Studios has like as much as I despise that company, and I do despise that company, they have like the ultimate Chucky that has like interchangeable heads on it and all these different weapons and stuff. Like, it's super cool. Super cool. Like that, I'm like, I want that. What were you gonna say?
Which Chucky is it? Is it
It's Bride.
Clean Chucky? Okay, Bride.
Which is my preference. We've talked about that before. Like,
I just didn't know which one they released or what it was.
Because you were like, oh, if I spent the money on that, I would want a clean good guy doll. And I'm like, that's not my thing. It's just not my bag, man.
A lot of baby,
you know, like,
it's not my bag, baby.
Like, I grew up with Bride, right? Like,
most people are in agreement with
saw.
with your opinion.
Yeah.
That they like Scar Chucky.
Yeah, like that is Chucky to me, right? So it's just the other one is really not, you know, even though that's how it started off. I'm just like, that doesn't evoke the same feelings to me that the Bride
was the first
Chucky
one you saw?
does. Yes.
Makes perfect sense.
And then the first one was the second one I saw.
Because I think I've said it before. The first one was the first one. I saw them all chronologically, so I kind of Chucky was this and then that, and you know what I mean. But for the most part, because only Bride of Chucky was out up until that point, so I always knew Chucky as a clean good guy doll. But I mean, getting half his face lopped off in Child's Play 3 is right at the end, so you can't even really call that a look. But they do call that pizza face Chucky.
Indeed.
So everybody, we'll be watching Chucky.
That
soon.
was easy.
As soon as I put batteries in this thing, I'm like, I know exactly where that's going. Right here.
in the studio.
Yeah, the studio. Exactly. Remember
Very
these
good.
people? It's probably worth like $50 now.
Probably.
Unless they still sell them at Staples. I really don't know.
I don't think they would. That's a relic.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys,
Indeed.
I hope you enjoyed our Chucky rambles. I'll cleverly edit it so that way it's not all over the place.
Yeah,
obviously.
That's what I was hoping for. Because I was just thinking, like, this is gonna be kind of a boring episode for people. You know, we're not, you know, we care, but we don't care enough to go like frame by frame, you know, like some people do, you know, shot by shot. It's like, whatever.
Yeah, we just don't have the time for that. We don't actually we do. It's just we don't have the mental like fortitude to move forward.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
it's just all over the place.
You guys want us to do that? Spread our channel around the world so we can get monetized, and this becomes our job. And we'll totally do that. Hell,
totally.
That's the only thing we'll have to do. So, so we'll do a bunch of stuff like that.
Yes. So. Bye everybody. We'll see you. See you
thanks for joining us. If you did enjoy whatever this was, please hit the like button, comment, share it. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe if you enjoy our content.
We got a lot of movie and horror related content sprinkled with video games and physical media.
Indeed, and it's coming up again. Right, so like we already talked about it, like October is coming up, and that's really our time to shine, September and October. So it'll be decorated behind me. I'll hate myself because
of course
I stayed up all night to do it, and
it'll start with the monsters at the end of September.
Yeah, I guess it will start with the monsters. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I can't wait for
that one. Oh, totally. Especially judging by, obviously, the people want to see our take on it, right? So that, if nothing else is clear, that is. So
Yeah.
yeah. Especially if we keep it like relatively quick, concise. Nothing over 30 minutes, and
We'll do
think
bullet
that,
points and we'll share them.
Indeed.
We'll stay on
I
point.
honestly can't wait. I love tearing stuff apart. Watch like it's good. And we're just like, it's good. I liked it.
I mean, I low key, high key, whatever the kids say these days. I hope so, but we can only hope.
Yeah.
All
Fingers
right.
crossed.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
bye everybody.
I gotta get ready for work.
Indeed.
I'm gonna go home, play video games, watch scary movies. Bye, everybody.
Bye.